Danny with My Fig Sticks, where fig addiction, it's a real thing, y'all. In today's video, I'm gonna prove that to you. Just a week ago, I got an email from Lazy Dog Farm saying that they had more figs up on their website, and some of those were even for sale. So, of course, what did I do? I jumped straight on lazydogfarms.com, went straight to the fig page. Y'all, they had lots and lots of different varieties, lots of varieties I really wanted. But I set my sights on 4 of those, eventually narrowed it down to 4 of those, and I have them now in my backyard. Only been a week. Super fast delivery from Lazy Dog. I had to hold my wife off last night when they came in because I wanted to share this video with you guys, the unboxing. I'm very excited about all 4 of these varieties, and so far, very impressed with Lazy Dog. Y'all, these came UPS instead of the Postal Service. I think I got an email every time they stopped to get gas. That sounds silly, but I had lots of communication from not just Lazy Dog, but from UPS tracking these figs as they were making their way to East Texas. That makes me feel better. So far, very impressed with Lazy Dog Farms and how they handle their figs. Let's get to unboxing these and see how well they packaged them and how well UPS took care of them. These are the 4 figs that I got, 4 different varieties. You can see how well they're boxed. UPS appears to have taken very good care of them. The boxes are not destroyed. Just something I can't always say coming from other skippers. But so here we go. Hopefully y'all can see this first one is a Neri. Then we have an Ischia. Y'all, I hope I pronounce all of these right. Down here we have the Canadria, and one I'm very interested in, the Maltese Falcon. So let's check these out. I'm going to unbox them. I'm interested to see how well they package these, not just on the outside, but on the inside. One note, I really like his label on the boxes. All right, so here we go. Let's start with the Canadria. Notice this one is a little smaller in stature. Be interesting to see how that relates to the actual fig inside. Obviously, that one's going to be taller. First off, the weight of this, very heavy on the bottom. So I think that gives me a good hint that these are very moist, which is obviously very important. So let's cut into this box and we'll remove the Canadri fig and see how he looks. All right, so I'm going to pull out my knife here, obviously being very careful. Oops. I'm gonna slice this tape open. So packing tape, very well done. Clean. I know y'all probably don't want to hear the whole critique, but all of this is important to me on how they package these. So, um, so we got, oh, this is kind of neat. So first off, we have an invoice, which, obviously important, but then they also have some, looks like hints and tips in a little brochure, pruning, winter care. That's what I can see. Pretty neat. Even got a Lazy Dog Farm sticker. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, so let me set this knife down. Okay, so first I can see we've got 1, 2 leaves. Perfectly fine with me. Doesn't really make that big of a difference on the leaves. So I wonder if I can just take this box apart. Let's see how this works. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to peel this box apart. I think that's going to be the best way. Y'all, he's got dowel rods inside of the box to protect the box. I'm sorry, to protect the fig. Y'all, sorry that took me so long. I probably could have used my knife and made that a lot easier, but I didn't. Live and learn. Okay, so just like we've seen on his channel, if you watch. So again, box is in great shape. But what he's done, this is a, yeah, this is a 4x9 tree pot. I've got the cutting here. You notice he's got these dowel rods protecting the plant, protecting the cutting. The plastic is on to retain the moisture. Y'all, it's very heavy. So I know that it's good and moist inside of this pot. And then he's got a zip tie. Let's see if I can cut that zip tie off without cutting or tearing anything up. Should have brought some snippers. I'll do that for the next one. Goodness gracious. Okay, let me pause here. I'm going to go get some snippers. I'm going to get this zip tie off, make this a little cleaner, and hopefully not tear anything up. I'll be right back. Okay, snippers in hand. This should be a lot easier to get this zip tie off. Um, this just goes to show that the packaging was done really, really well. I'll set these aside for the next ones. But let's get this plastic off. Looks like I'm going to pull these out. So the dowel rods were stuck down through the plastic to help hold the plastic on. Makes perfect sense. So he's got a label inside here too. That is very good. And there you have it. So I can see that the sole is loose, very nicely done. Yes, this is kind of neat too, y'all. Check it out. He's got his own label. So Canadria, but notice he has his emblem on there. Hopefully that zoomed in and y'all can see that. You know, I'm really impressed with the boxing of this, the packaging, the shipping, everything. And this cutting looks like it's in great shape. It's got nice green growth on it. Y'all, I've got about 2 more months, maybe even 10 weeks to get some more roots established in this guy. Well, I'm going to read his brochure. If he recommends going ahead and potting it up, I will probably go ahead and do that. If not, then this is where he'll stay until spring. And that's perfectly fine with me too. Whatever is suggested by Lazy Dog, that's what I'm going to do. But this is the Canadri. Very excited about this one. It's been on my list for about a month or so since I first started hearing about it. It's a little different. I don't hear a lot of people talking about the Canadri. I saw a couple videos on it, which put it on my radar, and now I have one. So let's get to the next one. Let's see. Set this here, but hopefully it will not fall over. All right. Which one do y'all want to do next? Let's do one of the tall ones. I'll do that on camera, and then I'll just open the other two and let y'all see the aftermath. So same thing here. I am kind of interested to see just how tall this tree is to have to go in this taller box. Let me see. Yeah, if I cut down, I will be safe. I'm gonna use my knife, and razor knife. I'm just gonna cut down this corner. Looks like I'm gonna be safe to do that. Maybe. There we go. Yep. Went right by everything just as planned. I would just still recommend being extremely careful unboxing these. You know what? Maybe on the next one, maybe on the next one, I'm going to try to open it from the bottom and slide this guy out that way. But again, live and learn. So yes, this cutting is much taller. So same thing on the base. Whoops, there's my brochure and my cool sticker. So same thing. 4x9 tree pot, very good looking cutting. And then the bamboo once again to protect the tree in the box. These bamboos were right in the corners of the box to protect the fig. So we'll take those out. Hey, look, somebody went and got some snippers. So let me cut this off. There we go. All right. So, I didn't even look to see which one this was. This is the Canary. So, Canary, big, same sole, same label. I really do dig the label. So there we go. This cutting is in great shape as well. Sole looks good. I, so one thing, UPS didn't hold these upright the whole time. So I'm pretty impressed. And I think that plastic bag probably did a good job of holding the sole in here as well. It looks in good shape, probably needs to be packed down a little bit more at this point. I'm sure no fault of Lazy Dog. That has surely happened in shipping, but it's really not even that bad. It wasn't falling out. It's in great shape. So this is the Canary. Again, great looking cutting. Packaging was fantastic. Still looks good. Um, Very excited about this one as well. I'm going to go ahead and get these other two opened up and then we'll take a look at the cuttings themselves. All right, now we'll take a look at each of these other figs. So this one is a Maltese Falcon. Y'all may have just gotten it because it sounded cool, but I actually saw Travis with Lazy Dog do a review on this one. It sounded very interesting to me. It has been on my list, but not for very long. But when I saw it on the website, I jumped on it. I haven't seen that very many places. Y'all, this cutting looks fantastic. I'll hold it up pretty close. Hopefully, y'all can get a look at that. Now, this one didn't come with the fancy Lazy Dog tag, but this one makes me feel like Travis himself actually wrote that on the label. And I'm pretty sure that he did. But you can see this cutting is in fantastic shape. It's got beautiful leaves on it, new growth coming still. I think this one is in fantastic shape, and I'm very excited about the Maltese Falcon. So we talked about the Canadria already. So let's take a look at the Neri. I think we talked about this one a little bit, but you can see why it needed the taller box, obviously. But same thing as the others. This one is in fantastic shape. The leaves look good. They're not drooping. It's got new growth coming at the top. This is the Ischia. This one we had not talked about. Again, I'm going to go ahead and say that was written by Travis because it makes me feel better. But this is a very good looking, tall cutting, lots of beautiful leaves on it. Three established leaves and another one coming. Y'all, there's absolutely no complaining that anybody could do with these fig trees, fig cuttings coming from Lazy Dog Farm. I'm super excited, very pleased, and very impressed with how all of this worked coming from Lazy Dog. From ordering was super simple, lots of tracking emails. I knew exactly where these figs were all along the way from Georgia to East Texas. So that was extremely nice. Sometimes we order things and we don't get them right away and we don't know where they are. Um, these only took 7 days. I ordered on a Friday morning. I got on a Friday afternoon. So very, very quick shipment. Again, packaging is great. The figs themselves look great. Thank you, Lazy Dog Farms, for such a simple process. And I'm really excited to see what my next step is with these. Do I up pot them or do I let them sit over the winter in these little pots here and then up pot in the spring? I'm sure somewhere in that brochure it's going to tell me. Let's wrap this up with a quick update. Again, 4 rooted fig cuttings from Lazy Dog Farm. I got the Maltese Falcon looking fantastic, as is the Canadria. And then my two taller ones looking great as well. One is the Neri, the other one is the Ischia. So again, the boxes were fantastic. So a few things I want to point out. You have a neat little brochure here with tips and tricks for pruning, winter care. I don't know what all else is in there. Some things I recommend: razor knife to cut the packing tape. Don't forget your snippers to remove those blue zip ties that are holding the bags that these guys are sitting on. The bags are have these bamboo stakes run through them. The bamboo is to protect not just the plant, but to hold the bags in shape. And y'all, I know I'm 50 years old, but that's a cool sticker. Just think if I had grandkids, man, they would be loving that sticker. And I would probably have it on their shirt for going to school on Monday. But that is my unboxing, my Lazy Dog figs that I got. Very excited. Wanted to share with you how that process went. All very simple. And again, huge thanks to Lazy Dog Farms because he made the whole process easy and very simple to get some new figs into my collection. Y'all, welcome to my fig sticks, where fig addiction is real. And I hope I just proved to you, you gotta beware, but I highly recommend fig addiction. Join the Figallution, y'all. Man, I'm gonna get into that brochure and find out what I'm supposed to do with these guys next. Up pot, or are we gonna overwinter on the knees? Oh, they'll look so good when they hit their big pots.